In the summer of 1284, in the small German town of Hamelin, the river Weser ran low after weeks without rain. The streets smelled of dust and dry earth. Families struggled to feed their children as crops withered in the fields. Rats had overrun the town, eating the grain and fouling the wells. One morning, a stranger arrived in town. He was tall, dressed in patched clothes of many colors, red, green, yellow, as if he had walked far and gathered what he could. He carried a wooden flute carved from elder wood. The people called him the Pied Piper because of the bright patches on his cloak. He went straight to the town council and spoke calmly. "I can rid your town of the rats that eat your grain and spoil your wells. I ask only one payment, a fair sum of silver when the work is done." The council, desperate and tired, agreed. That evening, as the sun set behind the hills, the piper stood in the market square. He lifted the flute to his lips. A soft, clear melody rose, not loud, but steady, like water flowing over stones. First, one rat appeared, then 10, then hundreds. They poured from cellars, barns, and roofs, drawn to the music. The piper walked slowly toward the river, playing all the while. The rats followed in a dark river of fur and tails. When he reached the bank, he stepped into the shallow water. The rats rushed after him and drowned in the current. The town was silent the next morning. No more scratching in the walls, no more stolen food. The people cheered. But when the piper returned for his payment, the council refused. "The rats are gone," they said. "We owe you nothing." Some laughed. Others looked away in shame. The piper said nothing. He only nodded once, turned, and walked to the edge of town. At dawn the next day, he stood again in the square. The same flutes, the same melody, but sweeter, deeper, like a promise of something better. Children stepped out of doorways, boys and girls of all ages, 7, 10, 12, 14, rubbed sleep from their eyes and followed the music. They walked barefoot or in nightshirts, smiling as if they heard a voice calling them home. Parents woke too late. Doors were locked, but the children had already slipped away. The piper led them out of Hamelin, past the fields, up into the hills. A small cave mouth opened in the rock, a place locals called Koppenberg. The children entered, singing softly to the tune. The piper followed last. Then the opening closed behind them, as if it had never been there. One boy, lame in one leg, could not keep up. He returned alone, crying, and told the story. The town searched for days. They found nothing. No footprints, no signs, only the echo of the flute in the wind. Years passed. Hamelin never forgot. On church walls, they carved the date and the number, 130 children gone, on the 26th of June. And in Hamelin, to this day, no one plays the flute on the street after sunset.